Have you ever seen anything more magnificent than that? That right there is a work of art. It is one of Garrett's finest. GTX 47 roller bearing turbo, 88mm front wheel, 1900 horsepower turbo. Whew. First, I've got a bit of electrical work to do, so let's get into that. Dump and the starter's a total pile of as well. I need to get some other things that have been special ordered for me from these guys at Autobahn, so let's head in the store and check it all out. Almost got as much pen right here that I've got at home. And I should always be more prepared, but how many times has this rack saved my life? Alright, which one of these ones please? La cucaracha. I need something like this in my life. This is the same battery we've got in the 626 at the moment. So as I mentioned, we've got a battery here. We have gone for the Endurant Heatmaster, 840 CCA, 42-month warranty if you don't mind. So that's why I've gone for that big boy, because we don't want to get stuck out there without being able to start this. And you know, with this, we'll probably be able to start about 20 other cars at the same time as well. So that is killer. This is our battery box. It's awesome. We picked up most of this stuff just special order through local Autobahn Nunawading. They're a massive Autobahn down here in Melbourne, so it was easy to deal with because they actually have a big wall of this kind of stuff and 4x4 stuff and all that kind of stuff. They have an install bay, so they knew exactly what I wanted, which made it super, super easy. Also got this, so winch goes up, winch goes down. I painted over our backup light, backup alarm, sorry, so that's there. 3 pins, quick release for this. Some terminals, obviously. And then we've got a junction box, so we'll run our cable to our junction box back to the battery, but it'll also run to our, bang, new gear reduction starter. So this will crank our engine over super. Definitely the current one's lagging and it's starting to die, so I'm not really keen on being stranded. Easy just upgrade while I can. Don't want to run every single power here to have a 10 ring terminals hanging off here. Puts a lot of stress on the ring, can break it, so just run one back to here, that to there, and anything else can go on off there. Some heat shrink, some 2-core and 3-core for this and this. So we have a 70 amp Bosch alternator. Factory alternator is only about 40 amp. This is also an internal rig style, so much easier to wire up. But now we've got electronic fuel pump, water pump, fan, injectors, coil, etc. You name it. We need a decent alternator, so that is wicked. We'll get that whacked in there. We wanted to upgrade some of the lighting to for external, so just in case we break down or we're towing at night time, we're going to load the trailer. This thing, 7-year warranty. That is incredible. Anyway. So this one from Road Vision, we tested a few out Autobahn 91. They had a big wall at the back of there where you could actually have a look at the lights, and this one was certainly more than adequate for our needs, but saw this as well, and this is pretty exciting. We've got this one here, which is a fully programmable switch panel, so we'll have the winch in and out on here, and then we'll probably have the light on one of the other ones, and still gives us a few other options to put something, but it comes fully unit, so this unit's small. It's like the size of half the size of my palm of my hand. And then this unit here, solid state relays, you name it, all the fuses there, very easy to wire up. This just sits anywhere else, and you got all the wires to run back to that unit, and it comes with its 60 amp breaker switch, so all fully contained. So that will make life a hell of a lot easier. So if you've got a switch panel, even if you want to tidy up your car, here's something you can tidy up, especially if you're preparing for the next toilet paper shortages and you need a button down for the apocalypse. You've got the zombie light there. So, all right, enough of all this. This will look a lot better once it's in the F350. So let's go do that now. So the old and the new ready to go in. Let me tell you, this thing, nice and light. This, I can barely pick it up with one hand. Holy moly, that thing is heavy. So already we're getting a massive performance benefit because weight equals horsepower. So bang, right there. Just another benefit. And one of the main benefits is that's actually going to be easy to install because this thing was a monster to put in. I remember when I was putting this in, I was struggling, and just then when I pulled it out, wasn't much fun either. So we'll get those in. We've got a little bit of work to do here. So unfortunately, still got that Gilmer belt set up. So I'll just run with that for now. But the fan's a separate piece. So we'll just undo this nut, undo this one, whack it both on, and away we go. Alright, so we've got our universal battery tray here. I've just made it a bit more universal by trimming off these here so it fits between our RHS sections in the rear bed, which will be perfect. Battery slides in here to give it a bit more strength and rigidity while it's bolted in there. I'll weld these two bits up the top, but I'm going to bolt it through here. So to do that, I need my trusty drill, and normally what I'd do is I'd mark it, center punch it, maybe drill a smaller hole, then drill a bigger hole as a pilot. I was down at Bunnings before, and old mate in the tool shop, when I was looking for a couple of drill bits, said, have you seen these? And they're new from Irwin. It's called Jet Point. So it's got a little sort of an almost pilot point built into the end of the tip. So that means that I don't need a center punch it. I don't need to get a different smaller drill. I can just go straight to this 10mm. It'll drill a little pilot hole so the drill bit can't walk, and bang, straight through. So anything that saves time, I'm all for. Let's drill some holes. Alrighty, so battery tray in. There's the two little bolts we drilled holes for. A couple more up there, but we'll whack our big battery in here now and get that organised and get it in there. Start organising where we're going to run these battery cables and take it from there. Oh, bit of a tight squeeze in here, but it's in. We put our negative terminal and our battery cable on. The old earth strap's just hanging here to remind me to hook it up. We'll hook it up to the big frame rails here, and then we'll run another earth from the chassis to the cab, and then from the cab to the engine, and the engine to the chassis rails as well. So all the earth tie into each other because they're all isolated by rubber mounts. So this part of the body doesn't actually touch this, and it doesn't really touch the frame. So we've got to make sure that it's all joined together. But battery's in there now. This is for the winch, so that's coming out. Positive terminal's just here. Already connected to the negative because it's going to be a bit difficult to get to because I wanted this tucked right up and out of the way. Alright, let's get this crimp done. So first things first, make the heat shrink over here because it's just fits over that, but as you can see it's a tight fit and it's just easier to do it this way. Why not? Alright. The easiest way to manage this is try and get all the strands in and then just give it a twist so it tightens up on itself while it's going in. And there we go. You can see just in through here, strands are basically all the way up there. Now, it's just a case of getting this out. We just move it to the right one. Yes, that looks about it. And do some crimps. We'll be able to double crimp this one. So there you go. That's pinched in there well and truly, and it ain't coming out. Now, just a case of putting this over here. Obviously just leave this surface front, top and bottom. I'll get the heat gun now and there we go. Alright, so that's it. That is our cable. Got 2 lugs there. Crimped off, heat shrink, ready to go. Fair bit of mess going on here at the moment. Just getting ready to wire up the winch with our switch. I'll run over that a bit in a second, but before I wire up that and wire any of the rest of this stuff, so we've got the battery there, but time to get the spotty on. So I was a bit astounded at first. I saw this little plug on it, which is just your normal Deutsch sort of 2-pin plug, which I think they're only rated to about 13 amps. Well, there's no way a light as powerful as this, I think it said, what was it, 1500 lumens, will run off like a 2-pin plug properly, but here it says current draw at 13.8 volts, 1.8 amps. That's incredible. That's why so many people are changing their LED lights in their workshop and homes and stuff. These are just so efficient and so bright that why wouldn't you? So I'm sort of trying to work out where I want to put this. I don't want I want it somewhere here, central facing back, just so when I'm loading it on loading cars on the truck, if it's a bit dark, I can still see what I need to do. So I was thinking of mounting it like up here or hanging down, but I'm then going to have to do something with the wire and tie it over here, and I just don't want that. So what I'm thinking is, if it just goes about there-ish, it should solve that problem. So this isn't some, you know, light that needs to be positioned and swiveled somewhere to, when we're going pig hunting or something. This is just, if it's a bit dark, I can just turn it on and have a bit of light while I'm loading the trailer. That's about it. So that's all we want. So I'll get that screwed in position now and run some wires, and then we can get back onto the cool thing we've got, which is the switch system, which will activate this light and our winch as well. So we'll get this screwed into place, we'll power it up, see how it goes, and yeah, we'll get onto the switch. This is where the box goes, and it's just yeah, easily out of the way. Just got to now tidy up some of the wires and that, push them back. I just had them out so I could sort it all out, but as you can see, if you're sitting here, it's all tucked up neatly under the way. And then our little switch panel right there. Let's have a go at that right now. Alright, so with the panel over there, I ended up mounting the switch here. As you can see, I'm sitting right here and within arm's reach, easy. I don't need to take my eyes off the road or anything, just reach down here, bang, press whatever I need to. So that's why I put that there, very easy to reach. It's all within eyes view of, yeah, the fuel tech and all that kind of stuff too, so easy to get hold of, and if I need to press anything, bang, done. Mint. So I can operate the winch, which is right there, in 2 ways. By this, which just can unplug, and I've got it bound up now just so it's easily packed away at the moment before I work out where I'm going to store it. Or I can press a button on here and get the same result, which is killer. So just to show you it actually works, we are in business.
Right, so you might be thinking, why would you have winch controls inside the truck? Well, the main reason is this, that it's not always sunny skies when you're racing somewhere, and if it absolutely pours down, which I've been at Sydney Dragway a couple of times, and Willowbank for that matter, where it's like a tropical cyclone's basically rolled in, and you've absolutely been drenched and soaked to the bone, you need to pack up really quickly. So what we could do is, old mate could be in the car, I can get in here, and I can just control the winch up and down easily from this point on the keypad here. Just say, yeah, a little bit left, a little bit right, bang, guide it up, no one gets soaked, get back in the truck, and we drive on home. And there's nothing worse than having like an 8-hour drive home from Sydney soaked to the bone with, waterlogged shoes and stuff like that. So really looking forward to this. It's going to be super handy, and yeah, still got a fair few buttons there on the keypad to put something else on. So got to work out what else could go on this switch pad. Maybe if you got an idea of what else we could have on there, hit me up in the comments. All right, so obviously it's middle of the day here, but let's turn this light on. You can see, well, the lens flare, how bright that is, but yeah, it's a bit bright to see how good it is. So through the magic of television, there we go, it's pitch black, and let there be light. Look at that. Literally the difference between night and day. So brightness, much, wow. Something I'm really, really happy with, and yeah, looking forward to putting it in action. If only we could go racing soon. All right, so this is the end of the project car series. Or is it? Does a project car ever really finish being built? Well, that's why the next step here is a turbocharger. I've got Garrett's finest right here, GDX 47 88mm turbo, 1900 horsepower worth of turbocharger goodness. So you see this on an upcoming episode in the F350. We're going to fit something awesome to this engine bay. Something great, something everyone's going to love, something that's going to make so much more power than it does now. And you'll see that in a future episode, well, whenever I can leave my house again. Because we're in full lockdown here at the moment and no end in sight. So hopefully see you again soon. Until then, make sure you subscribe to myself on Instagram, Paul Broomy, Facebook, Broomy's Garage. Subscribe here to this YouTube channel, and also don't forget, of course, to subscribe and like all the socials over at fullBOOST, which is fullBOOST.com.au on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. Until then, I'll see you later.
Like always, support the people who support us.